Haskins on paper definitely wins it. The eye test, he mostly wins it. I think Kyler Murray has been, I don't want to say he's been exposed as a fraud, but the Big 12 plays no defense, and when they played against a team with some defense in them, the Army Golden Knights, he barely won that game. Army. Oklahoma barely beat Army. Come on. Get out of here. And then they lost to Texas. Tony said, if you listen to Paul, I'm not going to say that word. Your opinion is worthless anyways. All right. Yeah, Paul Feinbaum, he sucks. Like, you could ask him, who do you think belongs in the college football playoff? And he'll tell you that they should expand it to 14 teams and that every team in the SEC deserves to be in.
No, Notre Dame.
No, you'll be like, well, number 1 should obviously be Alabama. Number 2 would probably at this point be Georgia. Number 3 should be Mississippi State. Number 4 is Auburn. So you give all 4 of them a bye. Then I think next should be Florida Gators. And then you probably want to put Tennessee in after them. It's just literally, it would be all SEC. He's just... Again, you guys know me. I very much dislike the Giants. Mm-hmm. But if everyone could write the same way Jordan Raanan writes for the Giants, sports media would be so much better. He is an absolute pleasure to read his articles, to read his tweets. He is great. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Jordan Raanan. He's awesome. But yeah, obviously the SEC would get the playoff, all 4 playoff teams if Paul Feinbaum had his way. Which segues us into... Wait, did we all say Haskins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Segues us into our playoffs. So the 4 teams, I have a little bit of a conspiracy theory going, but bear with me. The first seed goes to Alabama. I think we would all probably find that to be unanimous. Mm-hmm. Number 2, I have going to Ohio State. Number 3, going to Central Florida. Conspiracy theory coming in here at number 4. Number 4 is going to be Clemson.
Wow.
Clemson might go undefeated and still get the 4th seed. Why? Because the NCAA wants to push that whole Clemson versus Alabama big rivalry bullshit, which we all know isn't a rivalry because Alabama would stomp the living shit out of this Clemson team. I mean, UAlbany might stomp the living shit out of this Clemson team. I am so low on Clemson, I don't think they should be in the top 15. I get that, they're undefeated. I get that they play in the ACC, but they suck. They are a bad team. They're not good football team. They're worse football than English. I skipped a couple words when I was saying that. I'm not impressed by Clemson. So, do I think Clemson deserves it? Abso-fucking-lutely not. No. Do I think the NCAA wants to push that Alabama-Clemson rivalry storyline? Bet your sweet ass I do.
No.
My prediction, Alabama beats Clemson. Central Florida beats Ohio State. UCF beats Alabama. Central Florida repeats. It's my prediction. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'll go slightly different. As much as I'd like to see Central Florida in the 4, I agree with your top 2 there: Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, solely because of that rivalry. I don't see Notre Dame. No way in hell that's happening. So I'm going to be a little bold and say LSU. Maybe they turn around, maybe not.
We'll see.
Depending on see how they play out.
There could be so many different scenarios. If Michigan wins the Big Ten, I can honestly see a scenario where they put Michigan and Ohio State in the playoff. Mm-hmm. I really do.
They'd love to see that.
Yeah. Really quickly, I want to see what Tony has to say. I see that he popped up. I didn't read the comment yet. I'm guessing it has something to do with me picking Central Florida to beat Ohio State.
Probably.
My playoff is how standings sit right now, although Notre Dame and Clemson are overrated. Okay, so he didn't call me out for picking Central Florida to beat Ohio State. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I've seen a couple people saying Michigan. I don't really see it.
I don't buy it either. I was just saying there's a scenario where it could happen.
Because the one team that's going to get the two teams that both I think are not quite deserving yet, and may not be by the end of the season unless I see some really big wins by them, are Clemson and Notre Dame. And I think the other two are going to be, Bama and Ohio State.
Seeing as
I think they're going to get in, and I don't think it makes sense for them to really get in when we look at things like strength of schedule and the.
Seeing as they barely beat Pitt.
Yeah, and dominance displayed in wins. There's more of an argument for even Georgia after that LSU loss than Clemson and Notre Dame in some respects. And then you're gonna have other undefeated teams, maybe even UCF again, that probably will be more deserving of a playoff spot, and I think it's still going to go to Clemson and Notre Dame if they continue. They stay the course.
That being said, it's
going to be tough for Central Florida.
Yeah, it's only going to be your number 4.
Tony did chime in. I respect your idea of UCF being in because how do you go 2 seasons undefeated and not get in? That being said, if you think they are beating Ohio State for 4 quarters, you're smoking crack. 2 quarters, maybe. Well, here's the thing. They only need to beat Ohio State for 2 quarters. If they go up 41-10, all they need to do is just not give up 31 points. You only need to beat them for 2 quarters. You can match them for the other 2. Just saying.
Yeah, but you can't give up those 31 points either.
Well, they're not Penn State, so I feel confident.
You say that now.
Oh, man. Anyways, so who do you have winning the national championship?
Winning national championship?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's hard to bet against Alabama.
It is hard to bet against Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much that'd be where the safest bet lies right now.
Yeah,
I did have to go Alabama.
The way I see it shaken out is Alabama beating Clemson and Ohio State beating Notre Dame, and then the final being fuck it, I'm giving it to Ohio State because screw Bama.
Ohio State beating Alabama. Tony's over there going, woohoo!
Yep.
I'm sure.
Check for a pulse.
Yeah. Although he's probably still over there taking care of business to
World Series.
Taking care of business to Jackie Bradley. Hitting his grand slam still. So you got Ohio State over Alabama. I've got Central Florida over Alabama. You've got Alabama over Ohio State. And I'm sure Tony's going to pick Ohio State over Alabama. So we're not even going to ask him. Nope.
As he said.
Nope. Tony says, I take back what I said about you, Dano.
It's a watch.
Yeah, yep. Tony likes you again now, Dan. That's good. It's good. Do you know what else is good? our future MVP. In order to be an MVP, you have to be dependable. And Baker Mayfield is just that. I made the absolutely bold decision to start Baker Mayfield in my fantasy league over Deshaun Watson and Ryan Tannehill, and it paid off. Mayfield nabbed me 12.32 points, which was 7 points better than Watson and over 12 points better than Tannehill. Now, I lost that matchup, but not because of Baker. Tannehill scored me 0 points for the second time this season. And that is why Baker Mayfield is your 2018-2019 NFL MVP.
Boom. There it is.
Oh, man.
That's, hate that shit when a quarterback can shoot absolutely nothing in a week.
Well, he was injured. He didn't even play. Brock Osweiler started.
I'm just saying. I've had quarterbacks hit me negative points before, and it's like, shit.
I was so close to Ryan Tannehill getting me negative points in that game against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck him. I'm done. Right, Colin Kaepernick. Head your ass to Miami because the Dolphins need you.
They need him in Buffalo if we can.
I think Buffalo has a better argument when they're starting Peterman.
Screw Miami.
No, I don't think the Bills would sign. Kaepernick doesn't seem like a Buffalo kind of guy.
I mean, come on, they got especially since they got Derek Anderson coming.
Yeah, Derek Anderson is their answer. Derek Anderson. Do you know?
They're saying, who the hell is Derek Anderson? You're not alone.
Yeah. Derek Anderson he's thrown exactly as many touchdowns in the past 5 seasons as I have.
In interceptions.
Yeah.
His career stat tied at, let's see, I think it was, what did they say, 60 apiece?
He's got 60 touchdowns?
No, hang on. Career NFL stats through week 5 of 2018, 60 touchdowns to 60 picks.
When was his last touchdown?
What would it say, like in here? Like if.
You're on Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec.
Oh shit!
Oh, we're dropping stuff. Give me 1 second. So we're looking up Derek Anderson's stats. Give me 1 second. Professional career.
Because he was just with the Bills this year.
All right. He threw his first 2 NFL touchdown passes.
It was a while ago, right?
Yeah. That was 2006.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right, 2007. Okay, no. We want to get to when he was with the Panthers. Arizona Cardinals, Panthers. Okay.
Yeah. So we look through.
Yep, looking through. Give me 1 second. All right. Looks like the last time he threw a touchdown was 2011, it looks like.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait. Nope, 2016. He entered the game after an injury to Cam Newton and threw for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns with 2 interceptions.
It's actually not terrible, but I mean, if you're Cap, you're really gonna point to that and be like, really, they can't give me a job; they're giving him a job.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing.
I wouldn't be, honestly, as a fan, I wouldn't be turned off to the idea of bringing him on at this point. If you say throw Peterman in there one more time, that locker room's going to frickin' riot.
So here's the issue with bringing in Colin Kaepernick, especially when you have a young quarterback.
I don't see one.
Well, I'm about to tell you what the problem is. Okay, so imagine you bring in Colin Kaepernick, all right, and your young quarterback starts the game with 2 interceptions. All right, at halftime, the fans are going to be calling for a change at quarterback. So now you're bringing in Colin Kaepernick when you got, what's his name, Josh Allen, who is the future of your franchise. So now you're pulling him out of the game in a game where you're still in the game in favor of a quarterback that is more experienced, whatever. And if Colin Kaepernick wins that game, what is that going to do to Josh Allen for the rest of his career? You fucked it up.
Not really.
Yes, you killed his psyche.
The dude won the game already.
He now knows that he's not good enough for your team. that you had to call in someone who hadn't played a game in 3 years, and they had to take